Okay, hi. So, yeah, I'm wearing white in respect for the Olympics. The Olympics is on. So, today I want to respond to some emails. It's one of the great pleasures of having a YouTube channel that you do receive emails. So, yeah, I guess it's like checking a net. There's a couple of older emails that I did actually reply to the people, but I'm going to include them. And then I've actually got some new emails, so it kind of really, I guess, inspired me to make this video. So I'm not going to read the entire email or put the email on the screen, but what I will do is just like read what is relevant, because a couple of them have been, I guess, very forthcoming in what's happening in their life, and they've typed out a lot, so I'll just read what is pertinent. The first one is Ryan, and I don't know if he comes from USA or Canada. He just said he's based in North America, whatever that means, but he's a young guy. So he writes here, I have done a Masters of TESOL and I want to start my career in China. What advice do you have for me? And is it worth my while doing a doctoral degree? I have been encouraged to do a doctoral degree by the university, but I don't know if they just want more money from me. What is your suggestion about this? And this young guy, I guess because he's a student, you know, he's really good at writing, he's really good at typing. When I was a student, I could type and stuff a lot, and he wrote a lot to me actually, but that's what's relevant. So, look, Ryan, you've finished your Masters of TESOL, of teaching English as a second language. That's great. So, you're young. As I've said in previous videos, I'm just some guy on the internet. Like, I'm really just like some people say that, but I really am just some guy on the internet. Maybe my advice isn't the advice that you necessarily should take action on, because there's going to be other people in your life who know you better, who know your circumstances better. But having said that, you did write me an email. So, and yeah, I'm trying to picture you, Ryan. Like, when you get emails from people, you know, it's hard to picture them. But look, if you're smart enough to do a PhD about that, I suggest you do it. And you did mention that you were reluctant to do it because you haven't had any work experience yet, apart from your volunteering. But look, I would just do it, because having a doctorate level degree, it's going to make you really competitive. And you're only 23, yeah. Well, yeah, now I guess you're 24. Yeah, you're 24 now. So, like, you're only 24 years old. So if you do a master's degree at the age of 24 and then you do a PhD, you're 25 or 26. You're still very, very, very young. Now, the cost of it, I think it's worth it, because it just shows anyone that you're a really, really, really smart guy. It's with you for life. You can have that title. You can use that title. Some people use that title on airplanes and all kinds of stuff. So that's my general advice. And about coming to China, yeah, I mean, if you come to China, I'd like to meet you. If you're in Tianjin, I'd be prepared to meet you. So, yeah, that's my advice. Okay, now we have one from Leon. Yeah, this is a bit more of a more straightforward question to answer. How does the Chinese Communist Party... This is like, you know, he wrote a lot of stuff, actually, this guy, as well. But he wrote, how does the Chinese Communist Party interfere in your daily life? Can you please explain about this to me? I'm very interested to know, because I am thinking of teaching English in China, but I'm unsure about whether the Communist Party would interfere in my life too much. the Chinese Communist Party doesn't interfere in my life at all, Leon. Like, it doesn't interfere in my life at all. So I'll put that one to rest. I mean, you do see some like signs around the town, like that have like some political messages behind them. That's quite common to see political messages, but you never like interfered with as a foreigner at all. And look, I mean, if you put a negative spin on it, that's gonna take away from your energy and stuff. I mean, my personal view is that they build the bridges I walk on, they maintain the roads that I walk on. Like it affects me, but only in positive ways. That's what I would say. Yeah, that's my view. Okay. But now I'm going to get called a shill and all kinds of stuff. Elium. My name's a funny name too, so I don't want to like offend you. My name. I'm not going to say my name, but my name is not easy to pronounce. Yeah. And it's most likely cost me jobs because people have been unsure about how to pronounce my name, so they haven't invited me for an interview. So yeah, thanks, Dad. But Elium, can you become Chinese or live in China permanently? Can you become Chinese? I don't know what you... Like, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Like, a Chinese person goes to America, they become American. Yeah, I mean, there are people who sort of think that they can become Chinese and they learn Chinese and they start to live a really authentic Chinese lifestyle. There are people who you would sort of say they've like become Chinese almost, but in my personal opinion, like I've got Chinese books, I've studied Chinese, I can write a couple of Chinese characters and stuff, I can speak a little bit to get by, but I just don't think that becoming Chinese is really a realistic expectation to have. But can you live here permanently? You can if you're married. You can stay here for as long as you want to. You can die in the country. Yeah, no problems with that. They'll just you'll just be processed. But but look, not to make light of it, you can live in China permanently and it's no big deal, you know, as long as you're married or you've got a job. So yeah. Okay, thank you, Elium. And I'm not replying to these people in this video because I've replied to Elium in a longer message. If you're watching, Elium, check your email. When will China let teachers back? This is from Beth. I don't know, but I've had friends coming back. They have come back. So just like don't give up, and there probably is a way if you're willing to be really, I guess, sagacious and determined. There's probably a way for you to come back. Yeah, so don't give up. And it's just about your specific circumstance. It's about your specific city. It's about your specific job. If you're teaching at a university and you have like a professorial role, like you're teaching an actual subject that's not English conversation, like some people, if you're like teaching physics or you're teaching a subject like that, I think it can be easier. But I had a friend who came back from Canada at the height of the pandemic. He's an English teacher, the same as me, doing the same job as me, and his university helped him a lot. So, okay, now we have a question from Richard. I just thought this was a funny one, so I'll attempt to answer it. How rich are you from teaching English? Well, Richard, you'd have to ask my wife. I don't have the exact number. I have a general idea. I'm definitely not rich. But compared to like, I guess a homeless person, maybe I would be considered rich. It depends. But no, I'm not rich. But look, to be honest, I'll tell you the truth. I could just about like get the same amount of money that the government gives you in Australia if you don't work, or a bit more than that, without having to work. Maybe that's probably a rough kind of figure, maybe a bit more than that. But yeah, like I if I went back to Australia, I would have to work. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to just like live completely independently and yeah, like I'm definitely not rich. I don't have any property or anything like that. So yeah, but it's been a big achievement just to get to that level where I feel like if I did go back to Australia, I wouldn't have to line up for Centrelink. That's what we call our social services. So it's a big achievement for me, but I'm definitely not rich. Okay, well that's all the emails, and yeah, send me an email. I'm going to leave my email in this video description, and I might have to open up a new email because, like I said, there's that issue with the email that I have. So yeah, hope everybody's well and enjoying the Olympics. And yeah, Australia got a gold medal, so I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, bye-bye.